Hello there. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers. That's happened. This is the first time I've been able to film since passing that milestone, and I've had people congratulating me and messaging me saying, "What are you going to be doing in order to celebrate?" And to be honest, I had been thinking about it for a little bit. I didn't want to presume that I was ever going to get there, but once you get to like 900 and you see the numbers increasing, it's only sort of a matter of time when it's going to happen. And I thought to myself, what do I want to do? Maybe I could open a really cool shirt that's either from something obscure or maybe quite expensive. I could do something with my entire collection. What that would be, I don't know. Maybe I could go and visit someplace, somewhere special, do something like that. And they're all great ideas, but I wanted to stay true to the channel really and keep it simple and focus on what's important. And what's important to me to say in this video is thank you. Thank you, sincerely, thank you. To everybody who's watching this video now, to anybody who has subscribed from the beginning and liked, shared and enjoyed the videos, to whatever point you joined on the journey, whether it was at the beginning or 10 minutes ago. Anybody who watches my videos and enjoys the content, anybody who's just gets involved, anybody who messages me on any of the platforms that I am involved with, thank you. Because it's a two-way street, really. Obviously, I've got to put out the content and people have got to watch it. But to get to 1,000 subscribers, you guys have to do most of the effort. And there is a bit of effort because I've been watching YouTube videos pretty much since it was released as a platform. And, you go through different, trends and interests. And to be honest, a lot of the people I watch today, I'm not subscribed to their channels. I subscribe to all the football shirt guys because I really enjoy their content and I want to help support them. But some of the other stuff that I'm interested in, I don't actually subscribe. I should really do that. But because the recommendations works in a way that if you watch their content frequently, it just pops up there anyway. So, and I'm not really somebody who's constantly like, subscribe to the channel guys, like everything, do this, that and the other. I just think you're going to do that if you want to. I'm not going to force anybody to do anything. And if people do it following this video, awesome. I do have goals and I do want to get to a certain level, but I'm not going to force it on anybody. So I set myself a goal at the end of last year to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And to be able to say I've done that sort of as September ends is actually really, really exciting. It's always nice to achieve something. And to be able to say that I've done that is it's very rewarding. I remember I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I've done different styles previously. I did like FIFA videos, I did stuff with my friends, but I always really wanted to focus on football shirts. And I remember when I first was into collecting, I lived with my parents still, and it wasn't a massive house, so if I was wanting to start filming, there'd always be someone walking past, or you'd hear some noise in the background, and I was nervous to speak to a camera, so I felt like I can't do it right now. So when I finally moved out into my own apartment, I still didn't start it. 2 years down the line, I hadn't started filming, and every time I'd buy a football shirt and I'd have a parcel, in my head I'd be thinking, I want to show this to people, but I would just open it up and that would be it. It wasn't until I moved to my current apartment that I thought, you know what, let's just do it. Who cares? Yes, in the beginning it's going to be rubbish and terrible and cringeworthy and I'm going to be nervous and anxious, but let's just do it. I think it's because as you get older, you kind of just get into the mindset of, who cares? Let's just go for it. What happens, happens. And for this video, I've been actually looking back at some of my old videos, because most of the time I don't look at my old stuff. It's like, once I release it, it belongs to the world now. I can't watch the videos. But I've been watching the first few, and yeah, they are absolutely the first videos of any YouTube channel. You can see how nervous I am. I'm constantly fidgeting. I do that anyway, but I was severely doing it. And just the way that I was speaking to the camera, I couldn't really stare at the camera too long, and editing was, I still don't have great editing, but it was really bad. Yeah, it was kind of both cringeworthy looking back, but also it was kind of made me feel a little bit like I've achieved something, because I feel like the videos have gotten a little bit better as time has progressed. I was watching my first unpackaging videos, and it wasn't too dissimilar to a setup that I have now, but I obviously didn't have the microphone, my camera wasn't as good, and the audio was so bad. I would open the parcel up and all you would hear is the rustling. You'd seriously hear the rustling, and then you wouldn't be able to hear a single word I was saying. And even me, who obviously I filmed those and I can sort of remember what went on, I'm watching the videos and thinking, I have no idea what that guy's saying. What is he talking about? Like, I can't believe that people were even watching those videos in the beginning, because I would have been so frustrated. I'd be like, what are you saying, sir? And then, so I started the channel 2 years ago, and I did a few things, and then I hit a bit of a wall in my own personal life. Some things were going on, and I kind of lost a little bit of interest. So I kind of stopped doing things for a few months. I can't remember the time, a specific time, 3 or 4 months. And then I got into things again. Things started to look a little better. I bought some more shirts, and it went over Christmas for 2019 into 2020. And then things went a little bit wrong again, and I had really lost interest at that point. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. You know, the subscribers are like really low, the views are low, and it's, you know, I mean, that's the reality of a small channel. But, you know, when you couple that with things that are going on personally, it gets on top of you, and you just want to I want to relax. And then lockdown occurred, COVID happened, and because I live alone, you know, I didn't really have anybody else to interact with. So I had all this spare time. I thought to myself, well, let's just give this one last go. So I did that video where I showcased my entire collection. That was an absolute ball ache to set up, by the way. I probably mentioned that. But let's say I started at 9 a.m. in the morning. I can't imagine I would have finished too much off lunchtime, because it was, about 230 shirts at that point, laying them out, making them look semi-neat, hanging them from God knows where. That was an absolute pain. But I enjoyed filming it because it was the first time I'd ever really seen all my shirts in one place. And I thought to myself, you know what, you've actually got something pretty cool going on here. So I released the video, and it ended up doing quite well. Now, usually at the beginning, I'd release a video, and, you know, after a week, I'd maybe have 40 views if I was lucky. This one had, I want to say, a couple of hundred, maybe 300-400 after a week. And that's because we had a lot of time. So if you were sat at home and scrolling through YouTube and you're interested in football shirts, eventually you would have come across my channel. And if you saw that video, you might have thought, oh, hang on a minute, this is quite interesting. And a lot of people did. I got a lot of interaction with people. And obviously they were sort of saying, hey, that's a good collection. What shirts you've got? Hey, I can see my team there. And I got a lot of satisfaction from that. I was like, okay then, this is quite exciting. And my subscribers was increasing quite decently over the next sort of month or so. And I was like, something's going on here. So I changed my format. I started doing the top-down videos. I don't know if anybody remembers those. And I would do like all my German shirts, all my French shirts, all my Spanish shirts, and, you know, break it down further. I quite liked it. And then things started opening up again, and I had you know, a little bit more money, because obviously when it was lockdown, I was furloughed, so I was only getting, you know, a portion of my salary. And it was a bit weird, because I thought, am I actually going to be able to afford to live here on my own? And I was able to get through it, but it wasn't easy. But the fact that I was filming these videos, it really helped me get through it. And I've had people since message me saying, I just want to say thank you for your videos during that period, because they were useful in distracting me from what was going on in reality. You know, it was just 10 minutes, 15 minutes here. That was easy listening, something I enjoyed, and it was very helpful during lockdown. And to be honest, when I read those and when I hear that, I do get a bit of sort of pleasure from that, because ultimately I want this channel to be a place that I can help people. That's the end goal, really. Yes, it's nice showing off shirts, but I want to get to a point where I can donate things to teams, to charities, to children, whatever it may be. I want that to be the main sort of goal. So to be able to see that people are getting some benefit from it already, that was a really good feeling. And I don't think I ever mentioned that I was the one also getting from that. Like, you guys watching it and interacting with me certainly made lockdown a lot easier. And then as that year progressed, I decided that I would sort of renovate this room, because it was pretty empty. I had my shirts in that corner over there in a cube, and it was really not very good. I think if I was to look back now, I'd be kind of cringe at how I'd store them. And I started buying these units. And I remember these units, building them. And once I got this first one up, I realized, yeah, that looks really good. And then obviously I extended it and built these two. And it's still not perfect, but it looks a lot better. It's nice when I come in here and I can sort of be surrounded by the shirts, and it inspires me whether I'm filming a video, updating my website, or whether I'm just sat in here just watching football. It's just nice to be surrounded by a hobby, something that I'm extremely passionate about, and it just makes me feel at home. So I quite enjoy doing those videos. And then, of course, we had the mystery box sort of phenomenon. Of course, some people were able to really jump on that bandwagon and really take it to super heights. For me, mystery boxes, I was always very skeptical and cautious about those because I never anticipated them to be very good. And at the beginning, they weren't, were they? I think you remember my first one. I got the futsal shirt, which was, that's still sketchy, I think. And then I got... and obviously the classic football shirts video, which is my most popular video. I never anticipated that classic football shirts video to get as popular as it did. Like 10,000 views is ridiculous. If I knew it was going to get that level of attention, I would have really focused on editing it a little bit better, and I would have probably shortened it because it's quite a long video. But that was a ridiculous moment. For those of you, I think probably most of you who are watching this video now, a lot of you came from that video. That's probably where you first found me. It was either that or the original showcasing of the shirts. Those were my sort of two booms. And that was just a wild time. That was a terrible box. And following that, Classic Football Shirts said that they were never going to do mystery boxes ever again. Now, I'm not saying it's solely because of my video, but I think it would have played some part. And I don't want to be somebody who's taking things away from people, because I'm sure people would have enjoyed those mystery boxes. But I think it's fair for people to know what is possible, because there are some people out there who will just post mystery boxes and they'll get the most ridiculously amazing shirts, almost unbelievably amazing. And I felt like it was fair for me to go, this is what's genuinely in here. If there's something decent, like I had a few where I got some decent shirts, fair enough, I will say that. But if it's something not very good, then it's only right to say that it's not very good. But I didn't want my channel to become just a mystery box place, because they're okay, they're a bit of fun, but realistically I'm more interested in just shirts themselves, and mainly unique, obscure, weird shirts. That's really where my interest lays. I think it's because when I was younger, I spent a lot of time around people from places all over the world. My mum worked a role which interacted with people from many, many different countries, and they'd spend a lot of time speaking to me about football from their homeland, and it got me really interested. And I just love different cultures and people, so I think that translates into what I'm doing now. It's the reason why I want to get a shirt from every country. It's because I just like the idea of sharing and detailing cultures from around the world. And hopefully I can do that in some respect in my videos. And that's really where we're at, I suppose, isn't it? We've got to the point now where I've been doing it for 2 years, probably been doing it seriously for 1 year, and we got to 1,000 subscribers September 2021. And it's been such an amazing journey. Certainly this year it's been such a massive upward, just like straight to the top. Being able to speak to some amazing people, the generous nature of some of the people who watch these videos, who have kindly sent me shirts, that will never be understated how thankful I am to anybody who's ever done that. I don't I don't ask people to do that. It's not in my nature. But if someone wants to share a little bit of their culture or a little bit of from where they are, then I'm more than happy to do that. To be able to speak to a lot of you online, I do a lot of it on Instagram, and just to talk about shirts, and you guys send me the ones that you're buying, like, hey, check this out, and it's just really nice to be able to speak with like-minded people. I just really, really enjoy it. I think back a couple of years ago when I started, and a year later, and then to where I am now. It's a good journey. I think anybody who wants to do something, whether it's YouTube themselves, or start an instrument, or start exercising, or even just like speak to somebody that they have a crush on, it's just go for it, At the beginning it's going to be cringeworthy and you're going to be rubbish, but over time, you probably will get better at it. I can't guarantee success, and I can't guarantee my own success, but I'm going to keep going, and we're going to see where we're going to get. Who knows where I'm going to be this time next year? I don't really have a goal in mind right now. In my head, I know a figure I want to achieve, but that's a long way away. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to keep buying shirts. We're going to keep reviewing it. I'm going to get out there and speak to some people. But ultimately, I just want to say thank you. 1,000 subscribers is... yeah. It's nice. It's nice. I remember it was 3 a.m. in the morning when I realized I did it. I'd woken up, I knew I was on 999, and I saw someone commented on a video saying, "Congratulations on 1,000. I thought, can it be? And it was. I was like, nice. Nice. But yeah, that's it. The next video I'm going to be releasing is a giveaway video. A thank you to everybody. And it's going to be quite simple, really. I have a few shirts that I own, and you'll have seen them before. And I'm going to I think it's probably about 5. And all you've got to do is just comment on it. And if you win, you get to choose which of the shirts you want, and I'll send it to you. You can be based anywhere in the world. And that's it. Of course, all the shirts are legit. And I'll talk about what they are and detail them in the video. But that's my way of saying thank you. And I want to be able to do a little bit more as time goes on. Because I really want to give back to you guys who watch the videos. Anyway, that's me enough rambling. I didn't really have any script set up. I just wanted it to come from the heart. I didn't want it to be sort of automated and sort of mechanical. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you continue to watch for as long as you wish. And yeah, just yeah, all the best. And let's see what shirts we can get for the rest of the year. Goodbye.